Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 15, the 10. He dives, touchdown, 49.
Look out, right through. A pick caught by Steve Gleason. It is scooped and scored by Curtis DeLoach. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Marshawn Lynch still on his feet.
That is a touchdown. Oh, my.
Deshaun Jackson gets a block. Are you kidding? Deshaun Jackson. It's a safety to start this game. Standing play in the backfield. Wilson's going to float it. Ball went downfield. What a throw. What a catch. First and goal. Manning gets hit. Ball up for grabs. Picked off by Smith. Malcolm Smith. No flags. Touchdown Seattle. As they win it here in MetLife Stadium. 43-8.
This is the Alan Thicke League of Gentlemen podcast.
The Seahawks are world champs.
Now here's your host. It's James Hadley.
Howdy, folks. Hope you are having a good summer, I guess I could say. We're less than 3 weeks away now from the draft, so hope you're boning up or whatever on your fantasy football and getting ready for that. I'm very excited. I know a lot of the other guys are talking to some people. Everyone's rearing to go. Now, I just wanted to talk about doing things obviously a little differently this year. We've got the 12-man league, got the keeper thing that will happen after the season. Don't have to worry about that too much right now. But we're putting a little money on the line. So I wanted to kind of quickly explain how we're doing that. It actually has nothing to do with the fantasy aspect of the league at all. We've always kind of done some sort of side betting and things like that. That's where we're going to lay the money down this year on a little fantasy side betting game. So here's the quick cash payout. $20 buys you in. So that's $20 by everyone. Total pot there is $240 if you have a quick look at that there. Here's how the payouts is going to work pretty much. You win the league, you get yourself a nice, cool $150, which is 7.5 times what you paid in, and you get that out. Second place gets 2.5 times what they paid in. They get $50 there, nothing to sneeze at. Take your lady out for a mediocre to slightly good dinner, I guess. I guess slightly good is a lot better than mediocre. And then 2 people, third and fourth, you get your money back. And 8 people, that's a shame. You lose, though. So here's how it's going to work. Is basically we've done this in the past. We've done a survival suicide eliminator pool. I'm sure you're familiar with that, where every week you pick a team, and if they win, you stay in it. If they lose, you're gone. So we're going to do that, but obviously, as we've seen in the past, there's been a lot of times where we've done this and everyone's kind of out after week 3 because upsets happen. It's pretty difficult. So we're going to do that, but it's going to be double elimination. So I'll kind of give you a little brief overview here. It's not just going to be the eliminator pool that determines your fate. We're going to side that with weekly game picking. Now, we're only going to do 3 games a week. In each game, you get 1.4. So you can kind of see where the math comes in there. You have a chance for 3 points via the game picking, and then 2 points, obviously, if you keep getting your eliminators wrong. But if you get a 1, then you can only get 1 out of there. Eventually, you get 0. So you can kind of see how they mesh together. And it's also great because if, say, hey, you get your first 2 weeks wrong in the eliminator pool, you're already done. You're still in it. You can keep going 3 for 3 every week and get those 3 points and kind of catch up to the leaderboard that we will set up like this. And I said this because I'm supposed to put the screenshot in here of the document that follows that, but maybe we don't. And you can keep you're totally still in it if you struggle with the eliminator pool. Now, let me just do a quick example here in case you're not familiar with the suicide pool or the double elimination side of that. Here it is. So I just want to give a quick kind of run through here as to what the eliminator part of the betting is going to look like for us. So we'll do a little quick example here of what it's like. Now, I imagine most of you know how an eliminator pool works, but there's going to be one little tweak here that I want to kind of show you. So I picked 3 people at random that we'll do it with here. There's about 19 marks in the league, so if it says Mark there, you can just pretend that's you, even though it was Kyle and Robbie, and we'll kind of go through how it's going to work. So for each pick, every time that you get correct in the eliminator pool, you get a total of 2 points. So let's say week 1, Mark and Kyle both take the Broncos, Robbie picks the Eagles, they all win. So each of these people gets 2 points. I apologize for my sloppy writing, by the way. So everybody gets 2 points in week 1 there for their wins. Now week 2, we go Bears, Vikings, Lions are the picks that these 3 people took. Now, Bears win, Vikings win, so that's 2 points both for Kyle. But let's say the Lions lose for Robbie, so he gets now 0 points on the week. But he's not eliminated from the eliminator pool. He gets to keep playing. I apologize for the shaky camera. I really suck ass at what I'm doing. He gets to keep playing, but now his eliminator pick, it's a double elimination. He can only get 1 point for the remainder of his picks, and this doesn't reset the teams. So week 3 he can pick still, but he can't choose Eagles or Lions, and now it's only worth 1 point. So let's say we go on to week 3 and see what happens. So now we take a step back and look at what we see happening here for week numero 3. Mark is right again. He hits the Bengals. They win. Blacks winning. Reds losing is obviously the example I'm going with here. So Mark again, 2 points. He's good. But Kyle now is wrong. He picked the Patriots. Say they lose. So he gets 0 points for the week, and now he's on his second elimination, meaning for the remainder of the season, if he gets one wrong, he's done. But if he gets one right, he only gets 1 point, unlike Mark, who's still undefeated. And again, he can't continue using those teams. So he's already picked Bronx, Vikings, Pats. They're out for him. He can keep going, but he can't pick them, and he can only get 1 point. Robbie, second straight week in a row after Lions losing. Steelers lose as well. So he's done. He's out of the eliminator. He can keep doing the game picks and hopefully try and get 3 points a week out of that, but no more picks off the eliminator. He's done for the season. So now, just to give you a kind of a quick look at how the point distribution would be there, you get on your first pick, you get those points there. You get the 2. The guys go for the Broncos and the Eagles. Robbie, when he gets his wrong Lions, he gets 0. The guys keep going with 2. And now I just tacked on a week 4 at the end there to show you kind of like what it's like if you are on your second run there. So like, obviously by week 4, Robbie's got his 2 wrong. He's out, so he's not picking anymore. And Kyle, good example there, loses 1, but he's on his second go-around there, so he picks. He gets the Ravens, he gets right, he gets 1 point. So at this point here, say this is what happened after 4 weeks. Mark has 6 points and is on his second round there because he got the Cowboys wrong in week 4. Kyle is on his second rung there and he's totaled 5 points. And Robbie is done after 3 weeks and only only obtaining 2 points through the eliminator. But the picks are still good to go. You never get eliminated from the picks, and you've always got your chance there for 3 points. It's going to be pretty straightforward with the game picks, nothing fancy we're going to throw at you. We're going to do the Sunday night game every week and the Monday night game every week, and then we'll do just the third one's one we kind of picked. We've already kind of selected each week ahead of time, but we might change that if, who knows, if a game that's in week 14 scheduled right now doesn't turn out to be that great. We'll change that. So it's going to be 3 games a week, and we've decided we'll never do the Thursday night game. Gives you as much time as possible to put your pick in. As long as you pick the game, it can be, there's no deadline as long as it's before kickoff. So if you put your game pick in at 12:59 on a Sunday before a 1 o'clock game, that's fine. 1:07 doesn't count, you get 0 points. So pretty lenient there, but no Thursday night games, exception being we're going to do the first game of the season. We'll do Seattle-Denver because obviously you've got plenty of time to think about that. You could pick it right now if you wanted to. So that'll be the only Thursday night game we do. Outside of that, it's going to be the Sunday nighter and the Monday nighter, and then just a random one that'll be during Sunday daytime. So pretty straightforward. So you got a chance every week for a total of 5 points. Obviously, that goes down to 4 after you get your first wrong. Then you're stuck just on 3 with the game pick. So you want to stay in that eliminator as long as you can. But hey, if you fuck that up, you can always keep going on your picks there. So that's what we're going to do. And then by the end of the season, we'll kind of have we'll update the leaderboard every week. So it'll be posted on the website. You can see where you stand, what you got to do to try and get back in there and try and win that money. So we'll be keeping up with that all year. So that kind of keep you interest. So maybe your fantasy team's not doing so hot, but I think the idea of winning $150 will keep you interested. And not that I, think that your people are going to be like, not having a good year, fuck this. But also kind of keeps the excitement there for you if you're not doing so well with your fantasy team. So hopefully this works out really well. As for cash collecting and all that, me, Nick, and Cameron all know you, so we'll steal your money, and hopefully you can get a lot of it back there. So looking forward to the year, folks. Best of luck to you.